عصاة
وإن باشرها العصاة منهم
في غلواء نفوسهم
في غلواء نفوسهم وسعى الملوك العادلة في إبطالها ومحقها واستشعر بعضهم سعي الملوك في إبطالها فانحدروا إلى دعوى الكاذبة
إلى الدعاوي
الكاذبة واليمين الغموس وشهادة الزور وتخفيف الكيل والوزن والقمار والربا أضاعف مضاعفة وحكمها حكم تلك الأكساب الضارة وأخذ العشر المنهك بمنزلة قطع الطريق بل
إلى آخره. يا الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على النبي الكريم محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين. So Imam Rahmatullahi alayh, he says وحاج من الحقد في صدور بعضهم مثل ما حاج في صدور الأولين وخاف القصاص. Hajan mean uprising. Hajan mean uprising or eruption. So in their heart such like enmity that erupted like as it was erupted in the hearts of those who were before them. But they were not going to kill someone with a deadly weapon because of the fear of qisas and retribution. But the enmity was there, and based on that enmity, they wanted to kill their enemy. So Imam Rahmatullah alayhi says, فَانْحَدَرُوا إِلَىٰ أَنْ يَدُسُّوا السُّمَّ فِي الطَّعَامِ. So they came down. Inhidar is actually sliding. Inhidar is what? Sliding. So they slided or slipped towards to mix a summa, the poison, fit ta'ami, in food and to give it to their enemy. أو يقتلوا بسحر, or to kill their enemy by magic. Yes, black magic. So for that, they will not be easily charged because these are hidden things. These are hidden things. وَهَذَا حَالُهُ بِمَنْزِلَةِ حَالِ الْقَتْلِ. Killing people, yes, with this heinous type of crime. These are heinous crimes. These are what? Heinous crime. So Imam Rahmatullah alayhi says, that's also killing. بَلْ أَشَدُّ مِنْهُ. But this killing is much more worse than killing by deadly weapon. At least there the guy, he showed some bravery. Yes, he brought out AK-47 and he killed the guy and people saw him. And this guy is not seen to anybody and he killed his enemy. Final qatl zahirun. Because if somebody is coming with AK-47, so you can defend yourself from that. But how you will defend yourself from poisonous food if somebody provided to you? Or from a black magic? وَهَذِهِ لَا يُمْكِنُ التَّخَلُّصُ مِنْهَا. this type of heinous crime, easily you cannot get rid of that. One hadaru izan ilal qazf, and also they slided and came down towards putting false charges against their enemies in a court of law. Wal mashubihi ila zi sultan, and to take him to the authority mean to the court. Liyuqtal, so it may be charged there for that, and he would be killed by the court. Wal ma'aishu allati ja'ala Allah ta'ala li'ibadihi. Now, the basic sources of income. Ma'aish is the plural of ma'isha, and ma'isha means source of income. Ma'isha means source of income or source of living. Little meaning is means source of living. So the basic sources of living, these are actually, look at me, Zaraat, Tijarat, Sanaat. Yes, three. Zaraat, Tijarat, Sanaat. Agriculture. The dairy and poultry is included because that's a part of agriculture. Dairy and poultry is what? A part of what? Say, agriculture. Yes, that's why. Agriculture farm, dairy farm and poultry farm. Got it? So agriculture, number one. And number two, tijarat, business and trade. And number three, sanaat, manufacturing. Sanaat mean? Manufacturing, industry. So Imam says that for human there are three sources of living to have income therefrom. Number one, zaraat. Number two, tijarat. And number three, say, sanaat. So Imam Rahmatullah Alayhi says, and a fourth one which is actually the original one. So that is called al-iltiqat min al-mubah. What? Al-iltiqat min al-mubah. Getting something from mubahat. Getting something from mubahat. So that is also a source of living. Like the birds in the desert or in the mountains or in the air. These are mubah. Mubah means permissible for everyone. Or somebody owns it. Say, far from that, nobody owns it. So it is permissible for everyone. So whosoever will hunt it, he can eat it or he can sell it. That's also a source of living. The fish in water, that is from mubahat. That's from what? From mubahat, are owned by someone. Say, not owned. Whosoever caught it, that is his. Got it? Yeah. The animals in the mountains and deserts. Yes, these are mubah. Whosoever will catch it, he owns it. Because it is not owned by anybody. That's called iltiqatul mubahat. That's called what? Iltiqatul mubahat. Or a land which is not owned by anybody. A land which is not owned, which is called al-ardul mawat. Al-ardul mawat mean a land which is not cultivated nor owned by anybody. These are two things. Nor cultivated, nor owned by anybody. Got it? But with one condition, that is not for public use as well. Because there are certain lands somewhere in the cities or outside cities. Yes, in the outskirts of city. There are lands not owned by anybody, that is not cultivated, but not cultivable easily. But that is for public use. What is the public use? People are gathering there in their ceremonies. Yes, they are doing bandar there. They are doing bandar there. So it is for public use. That's for what? Or in Islamic State, that is for Salat Eid. That's for what? Salat Eid. Or that is for Janazah. Yes, not owned by anybody, nor that cultivable, but that for public use. Got it? So even though originally that is mubah, but because of public use, that is not mubah, that is owned by public. That's owned by public. So if some land is arde mubah, or mubah land, so everybody has the right to cultivate it. Everybody has the right to cultivate. And when he will cultivate it, he will become the owner of that. He will become the owner of that. As Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, Man ahya ardan maytatan فَلَيْسَ لِعِرْقٍ ظَالِمٍ حَقٌّ فِيهَا. Whosoever revived or brought to life a dead land, that's called what? Dead land. He brought it to life. He worked a lot. Lot of bushes and shrubs were there. Lot of stones and rocks were there. He cleaned it from all these things in months and months. Along with big machinery, he was busy there. He flatted it, landscaping, and then he dug a well there, and now he has the fruit there or the crop. So now that is owned by that guy, because that was a land not owned by anybody, nor it was easily cultivable. It needed a lot of work. It needed a lot of... Now, according to Jumhur and Sahibain, Imam Abu Yusuf and Imam Muhammad, Malik, Shafi and Ahmad, 5 Imams on one side. Mostly in such like cases, they 5 on one side and one Baba is on the other side. Got it? So they said, whosoever went to such like land and he revived it, he owned it. Imam Rahmatullah alayhi said, doesn't mean that everybody will go and he will revive land. He said, no, there must be a department and there must be a proper application to the government. That department will take care of such like land. Got it? And then they will allot a piece of land and give a time that in such and such time you have to revive it and make it cultivable. If not, yes, it will go as is, back to its origin as is. Then we will give it to somebody else if he will apply for. Got it? And Imam Rahmatullah said, if he will allow people like this, just go and do. Wow. So today, yes, Maul Yusuf will go there and he will put some stones around a big piece of land that I have to revive it. And tomorrow Fahim will come and he will throw away his stones and then he will put some stones and then Maul Yusuf will bring AK-47. Yes, Imam Rahmatullah said, this will cause a bloodshed. Yes. What Baba? Yes. What do you think about Baba? Daujan, say about your Baba something. Huh?
Comprehensive knowledge.
Yes. Professor? So what do you think about your Baba? Yes, it's comprehensive. So Baba says that you people are going to create a mess or what? Yes. So there will be a turmoil then. And for that revival, number one, we call it at-tahjir. What? At-tahjir. Tahjir from hajar. Hajar means stones and rocks. Yes, for putting boundaries sometime back, and even now in villages they are, yes, erecting the stones. One stone here like this, then there another stone, and then, yes, so that's the boundary. That's the boundary. So there will be a tahjir, because the guy will say that my bank balance is like this. I have an expertise like this. This type of machinery I can use or I have it. Got it? So evaluating all these talents, the department concerned, they will allot that how much he can cultivate. Yeah, Baba is Baba. That looking into his financial sources and also his manpower are now a mechanic power. At that time was only manpower. Now it is mechanic power. So they will give him a land, that this land. And the time is 3 years. In Sharia, that is what? 3 years. That in 3 years, we want to see, yes, greenery here. And if in 3 years, he didn't do it, so the department has the right to take it back from him and to give it to somebody else. They told guy, you are only possessing. You are not doing anything. Got it? Maul Yusuf.
Yes.
In my fiqh book, I have written all these chapters. But you, the Maulvis, are not studying books. What's wrong with you people? I want to put people on books. Yes? Say.
Yes.
I was telling a festive, he called. I told him I have to put you on 2 things. Number 1 on books and number 2 on walk. So he said that, yes, sometime I walk. What he said? Sometime. I said, what do you mean by sometime? He said, like on Friday after Friday prayer. I say, oh, that's too much. Don't do that much. Yes, then I asked him, for how long? He said, like 3 times from house to masjid and from masjid to house. I say, okay. So these are only 60 steps. That is too much for you. Yes, you are wasting your energy. Don't do that. He was laughing. Got it? So he said, oh, Qazi Sahib, what can we do with this laziness? Yes. So got it or not it?
Yes.
Yes. So that is. And then, as I mentioned, that whosoever will catch a mubah fish or a mubah bird or a mubah animal. So now he is the owner, he can eat it and he can sell it. Got it? But if somebody has fixed a snare, what? You know? A snare. Yes. How you spell it? S-N-A-I-R-E? Huh? Yes. A snare. Or he put a net. He put a net. And he caught birds there in the net. But he was not watching the net. He put it and he went. Got it? So net doesn't mean that he owned whatsoever will come therein. Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi says, as-saydu liman akhazahu la liman istada. In a hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam says, after prayer, I will give you a joke and it will, not a joke, that's a real case, but that is looking like a joke. It will make it very much clear. That Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam says that hunted thing is for one who caught it, not the one who hunted it. Got it? So for example, you shooted your arrow, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, and it hit a deer. It hit a deer, and somebody else, he rushed to and he caught it because it was running. It was running, injured but running. So now that is for you because of your hit, or that is for him because of his catch. So in Sharia, that is for him because of his catch. Got it? Because the wording is as-saydu liman akhazahu la liman istada. That hunted thing is for one who caught it, not for one who hunted it. Got it? Yeah, subhanallah, what a deen this is. Has it missed anything in human life? But unfortunately, the Muslims, they do not know anything about their deen. Not the common Muslims. The learned people on one side, they have nothing to do with. Even the regular ulama, they don't know anything about deen. Yes, they say just pray 5 times a day. Let's have 6 numbers and yes. 5 prayers and 6 numbers. Altogether 11. Yeah. The script, yes. Yes, they have the transcript. So anyhow, so Imam Rahmatullah alayhi says, wal ma'aish allati ja'ala Allah ta'ala li ibadihi, and sources of living which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created for his slaves. Innama hiya al-iltiqatu min al-arz al-mubaha, to pick something from a mubah land. Mubah land mean no man land. Mubah mean no man land. Wal ra'i, and from ra'i, pasturing. Was zara'a, and agriculture. Was sana'a, manufacturing. Was tijara, and business. Was siyasatul madina wal millah, and also along with that, as we are social, so it means that the politics and the political field. وَكُلُّ كَسْبٍ تَجَاوَزَ عَنْهَا فَإِنَّهُ لَا مَدْخَلَ لَهُ فِي تَمَدُّنِهِمْ. And whatsoever is beyond these mentioned things, which is neither a part of zira'a, nor of sana'a, nor of tijara, nor of siyasa. Got it? So whatsoever action is beyond that. So Imam Rahmatullah alayhi says, فَإِنَّهُ لَا مَدْخَلَ لَهُ فِي تَمَدُّنِهِمْ. There is no place for such like action in their civilization. وَانْحَدَرَ بَعْضُهُمْ إِلَىٰ أَكْسَابٍ ضَارَّةٍ. But some of the human, they slided to such like action which are harmful. Which are harmful. كَالسَّرَقَةِ, like stealing. وَالْغَصْبِ, snatching. وهذه كلها مدمرة للمدينة, and such like actions are destroying the social system and the social area. فألهموا أنها محرمة. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He inspired them that these type of practices and actions are haram. واجتمع بنو آدم كلهم على ذلك, and all human everywhere مع اختلاف الزمان والمكان, even though their time was different and their places are different, but human is human, they agreed upon, unanimously agreed upon على ذلك, that this is haram and these are not allowed. So what the Hindu said, that stealing is halal or haram, and what the Sikh said, halal. What the communist said, and what the capitalist said, and what the Muslim said. So that what Imam says, that is an ijma'i issue. That's what? Ijma'i issue. وَإِن بَاشَرَ الْغُصَّاتُ مِنْهُمْ فِي غَلْوَاءِ نُفُوسِهِمْ. Even though from the bottom of their heart, the ghusat and the disobedient people, they are used to these like actions. They are doing it. وَسَعَى الْمُلُوكُ الْعَادِلَةِ فِي إِبْطَالِهَا. وَسَعَى الْمُلُوكُ الْعَادِلَةِ. Well, Yusuf?
Yes.
Not وَسَعْيُ الْمُلُوكُ. وَسَعَى الْمُلُوكُ الْعَادِلَةِ. And the just kings and rulers, they strived hard في إبطالها, to make these things batil. ومحكها, and to erase it and to destroy it. واستشعر بعضهم سعي الملوك في إبطالها فانحدروا إلى الدعاوي الكاذبة. And some of them, they felt, yes, that the kings or the rulers or the authority, they are working or striving hard in this regard. So what they did, فانحدروا إلى الدعاوي الكاذبة, that now there is a system and there is a court system. So what they did is they were bad and evil people. They were looking for grabbing something, not as tijarat, not as sana'at, not as zira'at, not as iltiqat from al-arz al-mubaha. So what they did? Yes, suing people in the courts. فانحدروا. So some of them, they slided إلى الدعاوي الكاذبة, yes, to make a false claim somewhere in the court if they can get something. واليمين الغموس, and to have a false yameen and half and oath, yes, in the court, yes, to grab something. وشهادة الزور, and to have the fabricated testimony and to get something. وتطفيف الكيل والوزن, and in shape of tijara, what they did, they were deceiving people in measurement and in weighing. Got it? Well, qimar, and also they invented the way of qimar bazi, gambling, or riba, and also to take through interest and to take it as usury, az'afa muza'afa, a compound type. وحكمها حكم تلك الأسباب الأكساب الضارة. And Imam Rahmatullah alayhi said that all these actions are as haram as the saraqa and the stealing is haram, as the ghasab is haram. Got it? As the snatching is haram. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Professor.